Okay, my friend, do you want to do the honors of explaining what the crap we are doing?
Yeah, I will.
Well, do you
Okay.
want to explain? First of all, let's
First of
explain
all,
what happened.
well, no,
What
that's where I
happened?
was going to start. That's where I'm
Okay,
starting. I'm not starting what we're about to do. I'm starting with what got
what
us to
happened
where
and
we're
why it
at.
happened?
So here's what happened, okay? For well, Eric and I started this. What episode are we on now? What is this? Episode
52, man.
52. Okay. We started off on this journey with about $75 in everybody's account. Everybody being those that are following us in social trading. There, we've picked up some new people along the way that we don't know personally, but a lot of it was our family and so forth that was following
Friends,
us initially.
neighbors, colleagues, people who hope to be rich.
Hope to be rich and trusting two idiots to do it. Now, we started off essentially with about $75. It might have been more like 80, but we called it 75 on the chart that we go over every night. I'm not going to attempt to explain what that is right now.
No.
But anyway, that is worked out in levels, and we got through enough levels that we turned $75 into about 200. We split and went to a strategy where we were no longer 5 deep, but now 6 deep, and we were fortified once over. So we had one half of the account that we were trading off of, and the other was a backup. But every night we would build that back up also so that if we ever had a blowout, then we could just keep going. Now, what we did recently was decided to go to make that 4 times over. So we had one part of the account that
four times. It was fortified 4 times, and I'm gonna. And during this episode, I will explain more of that. Let's overview.
yeah,
it now.
but essentially what happened is we had one account that we were trading out of, one part of the account we were trading out of, and 3 parts that were just a backup, but they were growing equally with the part that we were trading out of. Now,
Which is brilliant, by the way.
it's a brilliant plan. The problem is, and it was actually a self-healing plan. So if we ever had a night where we had a blowout, then over time, over I guess what,
About
8
15,
days,
20 days, yeah.
15 days,
About
it would
15 days per person.
yeah, it would recover. The problem is that we lost one, and then we lost another last night. So
It was like 2 or 3 days apart, or maybe.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was very close together. So that was a significant amount, considering the account balances. That was a decent amount of money. That kind of hurts. That
Well, when we're fortified 4 times, once you blow the second fortification, you have to redivide and start over. And
Right.
and it throws you back like 10 or 15 days, but we're only about 8 days in. So I mean,
so
it threw us
yeah,
way
so
back.
it was kind of a painful blow, but here we are, and so
We still have more money than we started with. I mean, we actually still have $179. So we started with
Yeah.
$75.
So we
got
still
up
have
to about-
$100 more in most people's accounts than we started with.
Yeah, we started with 75, then we got up to about 320 at one point, and now, this week we've kicked ourselves back to 179. So from this point, I mean, obviously we still have more money than we started with, which that's actually a good thing. I mean,
Here's where we went wrong. Okay,
yeah,
we went wrong.
Why we went wrong?
let me just explain why
This
we
is the
went wrong.
stupidest thing ever.
Because
This is
we've
probably the
been
best.
successful. Yeah, we've actually done really well up until this point, and so we had a bad night a couple nights ago. I don't remember exactly what happened there. We lost 5 trades, and then thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that. But then last night, we were doing something that we should not have been doing. Okay, we were using a strategy that we really weren't familiar with, and it really threw Eric and I in a loop.
Here's what happened. The strategy is called the Alligator plus MACD Super Strategy. It's actually we tested it out and it was freaking amazing. You can go back about 5 days from this on our YouTube channel live streams, and we picked this up off YouTube. We tested it and it actually worked. Here's where we went wrong. Where we used to go wrong back before we started the show, we used to trade together, and me and Todd and I would be on completely different we would be doing our own trading, and then we'd come together and start trying to trade together. We'd lose almost every time. We would just, you know, I would see one thing, he would see another, I would see one thing. And so that's what we did, dude. We divided our
We
effort.
weren't unified in our decision making.
Yeah. I talked Todd out of about 3 wins, and they went right by, and he talked me out of like 2, at least 2 that I wanted to take that he thought, no, I don't think that's going to win. And so we're usually supposed to agree. So we didn't take like about 5 trades that would have won. And then I think we just get kind of like, okay, well, let's take this one. And we start psychologically just agreeing with each other to try to get a trade in. And we ended up going 5 deep.
We took the bad ones.
It's a terrible decision. And we watched 5 wins go by, dude. We actually, you called 3 clear wins. And I was like, I don't know about that, because I was looking at different indicators. So we
unfortunately, it
efforts.
just didn't have to happen. I mean, both of us had some good wins, and we ended up agreeing upon the ones that didn't, and it cost us a lot. So basically, we're going to get back to what we used to do, which is our old candle serving method, and we're just going to look for good old 1-minute trades where we believe the next candle is going to be a certain color. And that's the way we're going to go, because
we're going to look for big waterfalls, and we're going to look for like little, what are they called?
Breakouts.
Little breakouts where they're, 3 or 4 green candles in a row, and it's really obvious. We're going to look for MACD double crosses, because those usually signal a breakout, and we're just going to agree. And we're going to
not overcomplicate it and say, well, I've checked this out in the 15 second, even though you're in 1 minute, and it just was a disaster.
I would
it
tell
was just,
Todd, like, hey, go to Netflix, and I'd be thinking this might be a win, and he's like, dude, no way, I'm not. That's not. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, it would be. And then just the way you're analyzing it has to be unified if you got a trading partner. I mean, we've won. I don't know. I was thinking about it, dude. We've probably won together on this show, and I'd have to really go back. Yeah, 40. We've done this at least 40 nights, let's say, and we won 12 trades. We've won about 500 wins, dude. 500 trade wins in the last 45 days. And
without having blowouts every night, too.
Yeah, we had only blown one time. We went 5 deep and didn't make it one time.
Yeah.
So now, because of what we did, it's fine, because...
So basically what we've decided to do, instead of having 4 levels of fortification, or 1 account and then 3 fortification levels, we've decided to go 6 levels of fortification. But here's the kicker. We only get 4 deep. So
4 martingale trades deep. So...